Greetings one and all, welcome to the Dark Rider Animation Analysis. I am the Nightmare Rider, Major Mind, reminding you as always that even a cheeseburger can be deconstructed to its original source. The Mirror Gem Ocean Gem two-part story is a perfect summary of everything that is good about Steven Universe. Steven Universe is usually more of an episodic show, with its points of continuity being developed more through its exploration of the individual characters rather than the full overarching narrative. Steven himself has yet to fully realise his powers as being a half-gem warrior on his mother's side, although does frequently go on missions with the crystal gems, Garnet, Amethyst and Pearl, stumbling into conflicts through his naive child enthusiasm. Mirror Gem starts off with the enthusiasm being displayed centre stage. Steven's fascination with the concept of school, although more so the experience of what it's like to be out of it for the summer, leads to a typical interaction between him and Pearl. It is Pearl that hands Steven the broken Mirror Gem, which sets the plot into motion, since Steven quickly finds out that it repeats the event that witnessed with him, communicating with him through this. All this Steven takes in his stride, not really feeling the need to question if this is the original intent of the mirror. He is simply happy to have, in his words, a beach summer fun buddy to spend time with. However, when he attempts to show how the mirror works with the crystal gems, this is where we see his happy-go-lucky mindset resulting in his guardians fearing for his safety. While he does not see any imminent danger, the gems are shocked at how the mirror is reacting, insisting that Steven give it to them. Despite his aforementioned naivety, one of Steven's best qualities is his compassion, making him reluctant to so readily hand over the mirror when it does not appear to pose a threat. The gem's concerns aren't completely invalid, as sometimes it turns out well, like with Steven's lion, but other times it can almost end in tears, like in Monster Buddies. After rebutting Garnet in a panic, Steven removes the gem from the mirror, revealing the imprisoned crystal gem named Lapis Lazuli. While she is kind to Steven for releasing her, she sows the wrath to the other hostile gem warriors since they willingly left her trapped in the mirror.
You three knew I was in there, and you didn't do anything. Did you even wonder who I used to be?
However, at no point will they describe Lapis as being evil. Despite her resentment, the giant water tower that she summons in Ocean Gem is done out of desperation to return home rather than malicious intent. She will fight to keep people away from her, but is doing little more than defending herself against her perceived oppressors. This shows why Steven is an important figure in the life of the crystal gems as much as they are to him. His unconditional positive regard balances out the emotional flaws of the gems, Amethyst's insensitivity, Pearl's OCDs, and Garnet's warrior-like single-mindedness. The gem's dedication to defending the Earth from all threats is no doubt a necessary cause, as Pearl explains to Steven that all the monsters they have fought so far were, at one point, crystal gems.
We're always fighting gems, actually.
What?
Oh, how do I put this? All gems aren't necessarily good.
All those monsters we fight used to be just like us, right, Pearl?
Yes, but they've become corrupted and broken. We have to take care of them, subdue them, contain them. It's the best we can do for them for now.
This is one of the few moments of direct world building in this show, opening a lot of potential for conflict over if the crystal gem is truly a rampaging monster or if there's an ethical way to recover from their former selves. Steven's powers all manifest them in defensive and passive ways rather than active combat, taking the form of bubbles and shields, protecting his friends from outside forces. This allows Steven to block the attacks of Lapis, getting close to use his diplomacy and understand what she truly wants. As a side note, the fact that Steven has healing saliva is one of a handful of gross out gags in the show, which I'm not usually a fan of. Yet in this case, I can appreciate it since it reflects Steven's childish humour, making him feel like a very believable child character. Let's be honest here, when most of us were kids, we enjoyed making fart noises with our hands too. If there's one piece of criticism I can give to this episode, it would be that the three main crystal gems felt like they were rushing too much towards the conclusion that Lapis is dangerous. While they were right to express caution about the mirror, Lapis is generally in the right when she says they did nothing to try and release her. It is implied that they contain all crystal gems that are cracked, yet in an episode prior, Steven helped Garnet and Pearl find a location that could heal Amethyst's gem, so there isn't much of a reason for them to be so insistent that Lapis remains trapped. I'd expect this attitude from Amethyst, who is generally very hot-headed and impulsive, and maybe even Pearl, who tends to get very anxious about Steven's safety. But the fact that Garnet was so insistent about taking the mirror back, then fighting Lapis, feels like a stretch for her character. Garnet is usually the more level-headed and rational member of the gems, very rarely showing much emotion. Yet even before Steven knocked off her glasses, she was taking a very threatening tone.
Don't make me have to take it from you.
It doesn't want to go with you. Don't you hear it scream?
Steven, it's just a mirror, a tool. It can't want anything.
Usually they at least wait until the threat looks monstrous before attacking. After all this has been said, the absolute best quality of the episode is how the side characters treat Steven. Connie, Lion and Steven's father, Greg, are all completely supportive of Steven going out to find Lapis. This builds perfectly on the foundations laid in previous episodes, developing them to the point where they have frequent working relationships with Steven, even if sometimes, primarily in Greg's case, it can become somewhat strained due to the danger of Steven's missions. This time, instead of standing back, Greg and Connie get stuck into the battle themselves, doing whatever they can to help Steven, even risking their lives to do so. They give no shame to Steven for releasing Lapis, instead understanding why Steven did it to begin with, as well as supporting his desire to make things right.
Where are you going, Steven?
I'm leaving to fix what I did to our home. I was the one who set Lapis free from the mirror. Now it's my fault the ocean's gone. I'm gonna bring the ocean back, or get really thirsty trying.
Wait up, kiddo. I'm coming with you.
I want to help too. Also, I feel weird being in your house if you're not here.
Steven's compassion pays off the most with his close friends and his father, as well as one of many occasions where someone can do the wrong thing for the right reasons. Overall, Mirror Gem and Ocean Gem solidify everything that is amazing about Steven Universe. It shows both the best and worst qualities of Steven, who is the believable yet responsible child protagonist. The interaction with the gems shows that, despite their power, they can still react in haste to their emotions, much like humans do. Lapis is a very sympathetic antagonist, never crossing the line to do anything outright evil, giving Steven the best opportunity to do what he does best: listen to other people's needs to help them out without violence. This is why I, like many others should do, believe in Steven. Mirror Gem and Ocean Gem get an overall grade of an A+ and a glowing recommendation. It is something that every fan of animation should check out, as I suspect it will only get better from this point on. Until the next time, this is Nightmare Rider, Major Mind, riding out.